Trump names 5 digital assets he expects to include in the U.S. crypto strategic reserve. Bitcoin briefly surpassed $95,000 on Sunday after President Donald Trump talked up cryptocurrencies and named 5 digital assets he expects to include in a new U.S. crypto strategic reserve. In a social media post, Trump stated that his January executive order would establish a crypto stockpile featuring Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Rocket Lab delays Neutron launch, unveils Flatellite. Rocket Lab USA has delayed the Neutron debut launch to the second half of 2025, slightly later than the previous mid-2025 target. There had been some sell-side speculation that the Neutron launch would be even later. The company introduced a new floating landing platform, Return on Investment, set to support Neutron's reusability goals in 2026. Rocket Lab also unveiled Flatellite, a scalable, resilient, high-power satellite that can enable capabilities such as secure low-latency, high-speed connectivity, and remote sensing for national security, defense, and commercial markets. Flatellite will be used to support deployment of large constellations. For Q1, the company expects revenue between $117 million and $123 million, below the $135.7 million consensus. Short interest in Rocket Lab stands at 10.4% of the total float.
Amazon to expand haul worldwide to rival Temu's bargain model. Amazon is expanding its bargain marketplace Haul to compete with Chinese e-commerce rival Temu. Haul offers ultra-low-cost items capped at $20, primarily sourced from Chinese sellers, to keep prices competitive with Temu. While orders over $25 qualify for free shipping, smaller purchases may take up to 2 weeks and incur a $3.99 fee. Initially launched in the US in November for mobile users, Amazon now plans a global rollout to attract budget-conscious shoppers willing to trade speed and quality for lower prices.
Taiwan Semiconductor to expand U.S. presence with $100 billion investment over 4 years. Taiwan Semiconductor will invest $100 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years to expand its presence, according to Chairman and CEO C.C. Wei and President Donald Trump. The company also plans to build 5 additional plants in the U.S., as announced at an event alongside Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Tesla is a top pick at Morgan Stanley as it transforms with AI and robotics. Morgan Stanley continues to view Tesla as a top pick despite recent declines in auto sales. Analyst Adam Jonas sees Tesla's softer deliveries as part of its transition from a pure automotive company to a diversified AI and robotics leader. As AI moves from the digital world, bits and bytes, to the physical world, atoms and photons, we expect to see Tesla's TAM aperture further expand to broader domains, many of which are still not included in buy-side or sell-side financial models for the company, wrote analyst Adam Jonas. Morgan Stanley's bullish stance is based on the belief that non-automotive AI applications, particularly humanoid robotics, could present a larger and faster-growing commercial opportunity than autonomous vehicles.
AbbVie enters obesity market with $2.2 billion licensing deal with Gubra. AbbVie has signed a licensing deal with Danish biotech Gubra to develop and commercialize its experimental obesity treatment, GUB014295, globally. GUB014295, currently in a phase 1 clinical trial, is a potential long-acting amylin analog for the treatment of obesity. Gubra will receive a $350 million upfront payment and could earn up to $1.875 billion in milestone payments, along with tiered royalties on global sales.
Bernstein, Nvidia's 15% drop, a little stunning, AI growth intact. Nvidia shares have dropped 15% since the start of 2025, which Bernstein finds a little stunning given the company's recent launch of its Blackwell product cycle. After yesterday's rout, the stock trades at approximately 25 times next 12 months' earnings, their weakest level in a year and close to 10-year lows, said Bernstein analysts, led by Stacy Rasgon, in a Tuesday investor note. In fact, the stock now trades below parity relative to the SOX, the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, something we have seen only once or twice in the past decade, and at only a slight S&P premium, the lowest they have been since 2016. In comparison, the SOX has dropped 8% year to date. Our post-earnings conversations with the company indicated the $11 billion in FQ4 Blackwell revenues all shipped in January, suggesting the floodgates are now open, and the company indicated to us that demand will continue to exceed supply for the next several quarters as they ramp, Rasgon noted. However, the stock has faced pressure due to growth concerns, potential supply supply chain disruptions and risks related to tariffs and regulations. Nevertheless, worries that the AI trade is over feel a little premature to us, and valuation is getting increasingly attractive, Razgon added. Sentiment has clearly pivoted for now on the AI group. However, spending intentions seemingly continue to rise. A product cycle is just kicking off, and we have GTC coming in a few weeks. Nvidia's GTC 2025 AI conference will take place from March 17th to 21st in San Jose. Despite recent volatility, Bernstein remains bullish, maintaining an outperform rating with a $185 price target. Tesla's China-made EV sales drop 49% year-over-year as local rivals surge. Tesla sold 30,688 China-made Model 3 and Model Y vehicles in February, a 51.5% drop from January's 63,238 units, according to the China Passenger Car Association. This marks the fifth consecutive year-over-year decline, despite increased government subsidies. Meanwhile, Chinese rival BYD saw a 161.4% surge in sales to 318,233 units, with other local EV makers like NIO and XPeng also reporting annual growth.
Electrovaya secures $4.2 million battery order for U.S. cold storage operator. The batteries will be used by a fast-growing U.S. cold storage logistics operator to power material handling EVs. The end user already utilizes Electrovaya's Infinity battery technology across 6 facilities. Redwire wins ESA contract to develop Mars spacecraft concept. Redwire secured a study contract from the European Space Agency to conceptualize a spacecraft platform for Mars as part of ESA's Lightship initiative. It is one of 4 parallel industry studies awarded for the project. Tesla sales in Germany tumbled despite EV market expansion. Tesla's sales in Germany fell 76% year-over-year in February to 1,429 vehicles, despite overall EV sales rising 31%, according to the German Federal Motor Transport Authority. Year-to-date, Tesla sales are down 71% from 2024 levels. The introduction of the new Model Y has led to lower inventories and customers waiting for the updated version. In addition, analysts cite backlash against Elon Musk in Germany due to his support for the far-right AfD and comments on the country's Nazi past, sparking concerns over foreign political influence.
OpenAI plans PhD-level AI agents, pricing up to $20,000 per month. The $20,000 a month agent would be PhD-level research agents aimed at those looking to supplement software engineers or medical researchers, the information reports. Other tiers include $10,000 agents for software development and $2,000 agents towards high-income knowledge workers. OpenAI anticipates AI agents will contribute 20 to 25% of its revenue. Apple's App Store revenue spikes in 2025 as ChatGPT drives growth. Bank of America. Apple's App Store global revenue grew 14% year-over-year in early 2025, reaching $5.3 billion, per Bank of America, citing data from Sensor Tower. Downloads on iPhones and iPads increased 6%. Productivity apps led App Store growth in early 2025, with revenue from the segment increasing 52% over the first 65 days of 2025. Growth in the productivity segment was driven by OpenAI's ChatGPT, which has recorded daily active users nearly tripling year-over-year and has been downloaded 45 million times a year to date. Entertainment ranked second in downloads, while gaming revenue rose 7%.
Intuitive Machines' Athena lander likely tipped over on Moon again. Intuitive Machines' second moon landing appears to have suffered the same fate as its first try last year. Data suggests the Athena lander tipped over on the lunar surface due to problems with its laser rangefinders, the company said Thursday.
Trump establishes U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. President Trump signed an executive order on Thursday establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a United States digital asset stockpile. The reserve is funded by Bitcoin forfeited in criminal or civil cases and is not to be sold. Also, the Treasury and Commerce Secretaries are authorized to explore acquiring more Bitcoin, provided that those strategies impose no incremental costs on American taxpayers, according to a White House fact sheet. Regarding the U.S. digital asset stockpile for other kinds of cryptocurrency, the federal government will not expand beyond assets obtained through forfeiture proceedings. White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs noted on X that the federal government owns about 200,000 Bitcoin. Premature sales of Bitcoin have already cost U.S. taxpayers over $17 billion in lost value, he said. Now the federal government will have a strategy to maximize the value of its holdings. Foldable iPhone could launch in 2026 with a $2,000 plus price tag. TF International Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes a foldable iPhone could arrive next year. Kuo stated that the device's final specs will likely be locked in Q2 2025, with the official kickoff of the project in Q3. This timeline would allow for mass production to begin in Q4 2026, aligning with Apple's usual iPhone launch cycle. However, Kuo cautioned that the device's complexity could limit volume production until 2027. The price of the foldable iPhone is expected to be significantly more than current models, with retail prices likely exceeding $2,000, Kuo added.
Lithium Americas secures $250 million Orion investment for Thacker Pass. Lithium Americas secured a $250 million strategic investment from Orion Resource Partners to fund Phase 1 of the Thacker Pass lithium project, expected to be completed by late 2027. Orion will invest $220 million upfront, $195 million in convertible notes, and a $25 million production payment agreement, with an additional $30 million purchase commitment within 2 years. Orion also agreed to evaluate up to $500 million in potential funding for the construction and development of Thacker Pass Phase 2. Lithium Americas expects the investment to fulfill all remaining equity capital requirements for its $2.26 billion loan from the U.S. Department of Energy and joint venture partner General Motors.
Tesla to build new Megafactory near Houston for Megapack production. The company will repurpose a 1 million square foot building it already held the lease on in Katy, according to a tax abatement agreement with Waller County, spotted by Electrek. The facility will replicate Tesla's Lathrop, California factory and focus on Megapack production, with $150 million in manufacturing upgrades. This will be Tesla's third Megapack factory, following locations in California and Shanghai.